hills or I'll blow it off!
There's gold in them dar hills.
Hello miners and welcome back to Gold Rush the Game. We are headed to the bank. Why? I just smelted some gold. Gold I got from Pine Valley. I went back there, went around one more time with a drill, and I got 900 ounces of gold, like 909. Just been to the blacksmith, smelted all of it. I got gold bars to sell. I am up to $218,000 because I sold the trommel back at Rivertown. So we need the tier 5 trommel. But before we can do that, let's go to the bank and we're going to sell some gold bars. Oh yes, 312 ounces for $374,000. Let's go ahead and sell that, please. Yes, please. That as well. And that one as well. Bringing up to just over $1.25 million. Let's hop into a wonderful little pickup truck. I will say I don't like leaving Rivertown anymore because every time I go back to Rivertown, even though I'm not using the equipment, something is breaking down. Before it was the dump truck with the piston. I already put the piston in. That's a spare piston I got right there. The excavator, I went back again after doing some drilling this morning. And the excavator was broken down with the outer cog on the same sprocket as before. Imagine that. So we're going to come on in here. We got $1.28 million worth of stuff I can spend. There was a comment, I think, on the last video. Reinforced trommel. That's the big boy, right? Because that's the one. Old Arnold's trommel is the one I just sold. That's the tier 4. Reinforced trommel is the tier 5. Yes, this is the tier 3 for $31,000. Tier 4, tier 5. This is it. This is it. All right, let's go ahead and purchase that. Brent? No. Add. We're going to add that on. We're not going to get these today, which is the gravel pumps. Not going to get those yet. We're just going to do these two upgrades first. I want to leave myself a little bit of extra cash just in case. Well, it's going to be a lot of extra cash, but you know what I'm saying. Let's come in here and order that. And yeah. Nope. Storage, reinforced trommel. And that is going to Rivertown. Please, for $1,500, move my machines. Thank you. I have returned the drill. And so we should be all set. I want to go ahead and look at, before I forget, because I haven't looked at it since. That's going to be parcel number 3. So I drilled it again. Does that give me better numbers? I don't know if it tells you more. I have no idea. Not a clue. But we can see there's some good gold there when we get over there. But we're still going to be in Rivertown for a little bit. That leaves me $716,000. So let me just run back in here and see how much these things actually cost. We'll just round them up a little bit. Okay, so I need like, I need $1.4 million. I barely have enough to buy one. Now, I was going to say, someone left a comment in the last video. I believe it was Scott92. Hopefully I got that right. They said, but this is something we're not going to wait for, the wash plant stuff, the equipment they need for the wash plant is more expensive in the summer and cheapest in the winter, which makes sense because in summer, it's high demand. Everyone's doing their thing. And of course, winter, no one's using it. You get it cheaper. Gold sells low in the summer and sells high in the winter. So basically, you want to do all your wheeling and dealing in the winter. And in the summer, you basically don't want to sell anything or buy anything. So, but, you know, we're trying to make progress here, so it doesn't matter. We haven't even made it to the first winter yet because I'm playing at 1 times the speed. All right, let's go ahead and start the pickup truck. Do I need anything while I'm here? Yes, I do. I am actually going to go to the part shop. I need some start buttons for the generator. They're all just about broken. So every time I just turn on the pump, I got to turn on the whole system and then turn off each individual thing except for the pump for the reservoir, because we definitely need the reservoir now. Let me go ahead and leave that there. This is going to be kind of boring because it's going to be tiny little red buttons I'm buying. And they're going to be annoying to pick up one by one and put all in the back of the truck. Where are these little red buttons here? As I look for them, where art thou? That's a good question. Hello, hello, Mr. Red Buttons. How about over here? Wait, what are those? Power generator buttons. Big power generator button. Wait a minute. $128 a piece for buttons? You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, that's right. That's how many I need. Alright. That's expensive. For buttons. For buttons. Is it worth it? No. I'm getting them. Why? Because I'm stupid. Alright, I'm going to go outside, put these in the pickup truck. I'll meet you back at Rivertown. We got to hook up the old trommel. Not the old trommel, but the reinforced trommel. And then the cleanout. Well, not the cleanout. We got to run stuff through it. We got to see how this actually runs. We got to put it through. We got to put some dirt through. Yeah, we've been getting a good amount of dirt, gold on the cleanout. So hopefully now by getting 2 pieces of tier 5, who knows how it'll be. All right, I'm gonna do some button picking. See you in a second. Well, at least it looks like nothing is broken on upon my return here. So that's a start for a change. The trommel is here. But first, I'm gonna install some of these buttons here. Hey, a start button for the big pump. That way I can just start up and have to turn everything off individually. I don't know why these broke to begin with, because I never really used them. Usually in the beginning, I'm just turning on everything at once. So I've never really used the buttons, but they were all breaking. It's funny that the start buttons are breaking. I'm gonna kick myself here for saying this, but the stop buttons never did. So now the stop buttons will start breaking. Somehow with my bad driving on the way here, hitting all those bumps, all these buttons are still in the back of the pickup truck. Part of me was also thinking about getting a diesel pump for Pine Valley, where I was just drilling and fix the water tank and start filling that one up. But I think we're going to be here a little while. Alright, so we're all set there. Everything is all set here. I'm hoping the cord is not going to get stuck in the way somehow, shape, or form. It probably will. If it does, we'll rerun it somehow. Alright, let's go over here. Excavator's all set to go. Not sure which way is going to be which on this one. Does it show in and out? So I mean, if it shows in and out, I know what side is what here. Not really saying now, is it? Of course not. Where are my cables going to attach to? Looks like way on the corners. Alright, let's go get the excavator. Let's fire it up. Let's turn this around. Actually, let me get the bucket where I want it to be. At least I think. Alright, and then lift it up like somewhere around there. And kind of get it like right in the middle-ish. And inner cog has been destroyed. Is it the same one on the rear? I just checked that one. So this is the sprocket. I've changed two. Wait, did I say inner cog? I think that's an inner cog. Oh, I've been changing the outer cogs. All right. You know what? While I'm in here, I might as well change the outer cog as well. You know what? You know what? No. I think this machine will run even with a cog kind of auto whack. I don't feel like doing that right now. Just changing those. All right, let's go ahead and grab. Let's see if this machine will run. Please don't tell me you're not long enough. Thank you. Should be this one here, I believe. Yes. What will suck is if I'm hooking this on backwards, but I don't know which side is which. You're going to be too short. I know it. Alright. Will you reach here? You will not. That, sir, will not reach. Helps if you release the handbrake. Alright, so the machine will run just a lot slower than you're used to. Alright, let's see if that will get me close enough to hook these up. That one will reach. And you are right there. Will you reach around the back? You will. Alright. So I can tell by the way this is going, I'm going to assume this is on backwards. Just because. Okay, let's lift this up as high as we can go here, because that way we get it off the ground. And hopefully get stuck on nothing. Alright, so this is going to be kind of slow and painful only because I got an inner cog that's kind of broken. I'm actually starting to think about, now that the money is coming in, well, we got a lot of money from gold nugget digging basically, is maybe start having the parts delivered here, even though I'm getting screwed by it. But it will save me some time going back and forth to the store. Although I don't mind the traveling in the pickup truck. I'm going to try going this way, and hopefully the tree of death doesn't get me again today. Oh wow, this really does slow down the speed of the excavator. Alright, so let's see if we can get past the tree. If you see me jump cut to where we get up to the wash plant, that means I got past the tree with no problem. But yeah, we're gonna... The inner cog being broken has slowed down the speed of the excavator even slower than that usually is. So that, I guess we would call it the left rear sprocket. Can I go through these? I cannot go through those. Okay, so yeah, I need to go down and around. Yeah, because I'm hung up on the tree. Can you see that? That little tree, these cables are going to snap. Yep, let's go down and around. All right, it's going to take me a hot minute to get there. But let's go the safe way. But the problem is, I hope this machine has the power to get around there. It's actually even turning the machine because like the sprocket isn't turning. All right, this is not working. All right, never mind. Plan Z here. Let's go ahead and do what I should be doing to begin with here. Let's go ahead and take this off. So yeah, I just changed the outer cog, the second outer cog on this sprocket. There's a third one. I said, well, I'm here. Well, how much durability has it got left? It's actually got like 14%. I'm like, okay, I'll go for a while on that. I am putting reinforced ones in here. That's why I'm a little... I probably should have tested the inner cog, but you know... Go ahead and take this off. We'll change it. And I gotta change it anyways because I gotta be digging for dirt. Let's take that off, put that there, and then that just comes right off. Alright, inner cog. Alright, now I already have unlocked. I should have already unlocked, paid for it. Was that at the other site though? Oh wait, tent's up here. Tent is up here. How do I get to the tent? I already forgot. So I unlocked the store being able to deliver things. But as we saw, I got kind of screwed on that. In a way. Let's come into here. Workers, equipment store. Parts. And then... Are these in alphabetical? I don't think so. Sort by name. There we go. Inner cog here. Alright, so it's kind of alphabetical, but they stick the reinforced, like it's drilled and reinforced drill. So it's kind of alphabetical, but then the reinforced one's right after it. Inner cog, anyway. Let's get down to the inner cog. Reinforced inner cog, 1587. And let's go to one of those. So total cost, you're going to charge me almost $500 to ship it here. That is ridiculous. All right. Shut down. Let's go put the inner cog on. Probably would have been better just getting in the pickup truck, going all the way to the store and getting it. But I just came from there, but that's the way it seems to work. It should be... There it is. Like, it better be here. It'd be kind of funny if you saw, like, a UPS truck pull up. Like, here's your part. And one by one, put these on. Alright, now we're cooking with some speed here. Alright, let's turn this around. Hopefully we won't get caught on nothing. Especially that tree. Hey, you can't even see my water tower. There it is. Oh, you gotta love it. Like, where's my water tower? Something's missing there. Yeah, it's your water tower. It's invisible. We don't want people stealing our water. So I'm trying to look at the... Oops. Yeah, stay away from my hog pans. Yeah, that looks safe with the excavator, and I have no idea how much a reinforced trommel would weigh. Yeah, so I can't tell which way is which. Why? Was I hitting that, like, pine tree or something? Ah, okay. Why would this go smoothly? It shouldn't, because that's the way things are around here. Now I gotta go find my cables and hook those up, because I need them on the other side. This can't have two. Found one cable, but luckily I have a spare, so I'm pretty sure I'll find it in a couple days. Meanwhile, the rain is here. Of course, it should be, right? Because that's the way it seems to go. Yeah, I'm not sure what that cable stuck on, but that's fine. Let's hopefully I can just get this into place before something else goes, which probably will happen, because I'm not having no luck recently. It could be the cables are just getting, because I use them a lot, maybe there's a wear and tear on the cables, and maybe I should just buy new ones. Okay, let's get this. Over to here, and hopefully I'm going to be facing the correct way. Easy does it. Of course, with me, easy does it means let's see if we can break it. If this is the right way, I'll just snap right in, right? You're gonna tell me it goes the other way, right? That's what you're telling me. Yep, I would say it's got to go in the other way, because that should have snapped in being that close. Well, good times. I'm trying to figure out, can I cheese this by swinging around somehow? And not really. Well, what I can do is just swing it around here. Alright, let me put it on down here. And hopefully, just by twisting the cables in different points, I might be able to get it to swing around when I lift it back up. Alright, so I got two different cables on there. I got 7mm long cables on there. The 5mm cables are just breaking. One of them broke by me grabbing onto it and trying to stretch it to the trommel itself, and I snapped the cable. Yeah, I snapped it. Go figure. Anyways, I got two cables on there that crisscross, so hopefully when I lift this up, this trommel is going to slowly swing around. I'm kind of concerned a little bit because it's a long trommel, and I'm worried about this spinning around and hitting the excavator. You're not going to spin around, are you? Cables, the problem with these cables are they're too long for me to get this off the ground. Come on, spin as the world turns. That'll work ish. Alright. The problem is, can I lift it high enough off the ground where it doesn't attached to anything, because that's going to be part of my problem. Okay, let's park the excavator there. Let's go over slowly. And this better snap in at this point after turning it around. Hooray, it snapped in. Let me turn this around here so I can get the cables off my bucket. That's low enough. Turn off the excavator and parking brake should be on. There we go. Alright, our new trommel is in place. My power cord I left over here. And jump over there. And you're going to plug in right there. So it does go under the trommel. How does it look from up here? Alright, so I mean it goes under. It's all, I think it's all good. I think it's all set to go. One way to find out now is to fire everything up, I guess. Let's turn that on. Let's turn on... Oop, probably should go turn on the water. Don't want it running dry. Even though I don't got no dirt running through it. We're just going to give it a dry run here for a second. Make sure everything's on the up and up. Am I really using 63 gallons a minute? So I'm slowly using more water than I can put in, which makes sense. That's the whole reason behind the water tower, because our pump can only pump so fast. Let's go ahead and turn everything on. Let's go jump up here. That's our new shaker deck. Should wash them out so much better. And our trommel is rolling. So now what I hope is our cleanout, our best cleanout's been like 110, 120-ish ounces. Now with a tier 5 shaker deck and a tier 5 trommel and running a lot more water through it, that should wash out the gravel much better and get much better cold, I would think. Let's start doing a dig out. Start bringing some dirt over to the wash plant, do a clean out. The dirt I'm going to be picking up is kind of consistent where it's been, give or take. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to have a couple 5mm cables around here. Should be 2 of them in this general area. I'll probably find them late in the summertime at some point. Yeah, I got 3 of them there, but I lost one and I had a spare one. Now I lost my spare one. Anyways, I need to start digging some holes, getting some dirt, bringing it on over, start saving up some cash, because I still need a lot of cash to get the, I guess they call them D-Rockers now, for the tier 5. Just a few more scoops in my broken excavator because, well, it's broken again. It seems to be a theme. I'm probably going to have to go around and change all the cogs that I have not changed yet, because it seems like they're just going to all break at the same time. Which doesn't make sense, but also it's annoying as heck to move around right now. But we're getting all the dirt to the wash plant. The wash plant has been running. This should be the last dump truck I need to get the clean out that we need going. So a few more scoops. 3 more scoops should do it. I probably should move the excavator, but it's a little difficult. I am hitting bedrock down there as well. I do have spare teeth over... do I want to call it the workshop? I do got some spare teeth if I need some in case I break 1 or 2, which I might. I've been digging hard soil for, not here, but it's been a long time since I broke a tooth. So it could happen at any moment. 1 more scoop after this, I suppose, because it's not a full load. Yeah, 6%. If I dig here, I can get 6%. And I'm digging hard soil again. Okay, I didn't think I was hitting hard soil there either. all the good pay that's down at the bottom, we are going to get to eventually, and what we'll be using on that will be probably the wheel loader along with Frankenstein to get all that stuff off the bottom. Where do I need to go next? I've been marking the squares I want to hit. Kind of get a rough idea. We are running out of good pay ground around here faster than I thought I would. But that's what you get when you know where the good ground is. You just go dig there, and before you know it, you're through it. There's a lot of ground here that's not going to pay off too well. But we'll see. But speaking of paying off well, are we going to pay off well on our first cleanout of half of a Tier 5 system with the wash plant and the reinforced trommel? We'll find out here soon enough. Pretty soon our workers are going to clear out buckets and sluices. And once they do that, we'll be shutting off a lot of things except for the pump. Let's turn off the engine, put the parking brake on there. See how close are we. So we also got, don't forget, we got a new worker for, I think it's for this piece. I don't know what that piece is actually called right now. But that worker is supposed to help us on out. See, we're at 97% all the way around. The buckets have been just changed by one of the workers. And now I definitely want the sluice run there to be taken by the worker because it makes my life a lot easier. Those are being taken out. And it looks like by the time I get up to the generator, yeah, our sluices are going through, be completely full. So I got to shut everything off except for the big pump because I want that to keep running. The planters need to turn off as well. I still got any dirt here? Yeah, I still got like 50%. Let's go turn off the water tower. So I lost about 150 gallons of water for that wash with the pump going. So that's not too bad at all. I can accept that. Let's jump up here because I'm that athletic. I said I am that athletic. What? I've been able to do this before with no problem. Why can't I do that? Is it here? Oh, so it's there. Okay. Okay, we'll grab the bucket for this. I don't know. Okay, I can kind of walk right underneath that. Or not. All right, let's let's not do that then. Let's not get stuck anywhere. This will be one good thing when I upgrade the planters to D-Rock or whatever the heck it's called. I think they only have one bucket apiece instead of two, so less stuff to move around. So the best clean out that I had so far was just like about 120 ounces. So hopefully this is going to be like 135. It may not be. We kind of been seeing every time we seem like we upgrade, we don't really get the clean out that we want. But then again, like I always say, it's where you dig as well. But just think, 2 more pieces to complete a Tier 5 wash plant. And then it'll be getting Frankenstein. And I do know how that works. And I did check out a video, and it works just the way I thought it would. And everyone seems to use the wheel loader when doing so. Alright, so I got all the buckets. Oh, I need to get this water unhooked here. Or laid on top of that. That works out rather well. Alright, let's hook up to that. There we go. Alright, let's start putting these in here. A lot of jumping around here, I know. It is what it is. I will say this, though. When I was over at Pine Valley, the 3rd claim, I haven't been to the 4th one yet, but I do like the looks of Pine Valley, the claim. It's having cows around there, that's an extra bonus. Kind of like having the cows around there. This claim here, I don't know. It's not my type of claim, I don't think. It's not bad, but as for scenery goes, I like Old Arnold's a little bit better. So this is why I like having the worker over there, because they can put the mats in here, and I can reach those from here. So that works out rather well. And I can just drop them all there. Yep, cleanout is done. Well, they're going to be really clean here in a minute, because I'm going to let that run. And this trick still works by taking the grates and put them on a post. They just fall, they fall up, they rise up the post and stay right there. All right, put all these down there. And then jump on down. Alright, let's go ahead and grab these and get these back in place. And what I'll have to do after this clean out, probably take off all the caps on the excavator and just... I'll probably drive to the store because that's going to be awfully expensive if I have the store deliver them here. But I'll change all of those sprockets and hubs and whatnots. Because if one sprocket is deteriorating that much, well, I shouldn't say deteriorating, but it's deteriorating at this point, more likely the other ones are close to being breaking down as well. Sometimes you look at these mats, some mats are dirtier than others. I don't know if that means there's actually more gold in them or not. Or it doesn't really seem to matter, I don't know. I have no idea. So I got the 4 buckets from here, right? I got the bucket from up there. Yeah, so we're good. Also, once we get 6,000 to 7,000 magnetite, we'll get our last upgrade with the blacksmith, and then I can just start selling the magnetite and get more cash that way as well. As we saw last time, I sold magnetite and got like 28,000, which is pretty darn good. And then, of course, once we get all the tier 5 stuff, then it's not much other than buying some equipment. And this is how I put the mats back up there instead of walking around. I just hold on to them, jump up, and then drop them once it gets above the sluice itself. And I just pile all of them up there. May get you a little dizzy, but it gets the job done. But I think I'm supposed to put the clean out stuff up at the up in that area, but I don't have to carry the buckets that far. I was like, wait a minute, did I miss it? Did I miss a spot? I sure did. Now it usually leaves about 3% to be washed out in a bucket. So is it going to be more or less now because we got a better wash plant? And it makes you wonder why it's always 3% left to be cleaned out. Alright, this time it's only 2%. And where are we? And yep, we are done. Alright, let's grab these and do the same routine. Did that go up there? Hey, I just found one of my cables. One of my cables are over here. I don't know how I got way over here, but it's way over here. But what I always try to do is make sure I put my wash plant all back together before I do a clean out. I will admit I didn't do it one time because I got anxious on the clean out and I ran it for about maybe 10-15 minutes before I realized that I didn't put this sluice right here that I'm in back together. And I didn't put the extra ones here either. So that was a lot of gold lost. Put that down there. And getting a lot of workers definitely would make the cleanouts a little bit easier. Although for me it's not getting too bad. But I'm anxious to see how much gold we're going to get on this clean out here. Now let's bring these buckets on up. Make sure we clean out everything that we can. Alright, the moment of truth. And it's going to be easy to count because, well, we don't have no gold in our inventory. Let's come over here, and like I said, we'll usually get a good idea about how much magnetite we get out of the buckets from the planters. That one looks really, really full. And that's the other thing. These all come from the same area, if you will. That bucket looks really full, then you got some that don't look as full. Kind of interesting. Alright, first bucket in. And we'll get my exercise running up and down here. Alright, how much magnetite are we going to get? Over 140? 125. That's not a good sign, I don't think. I've gotten more magnetite out of these buckets before. Makes me kind of nervous. Watch this cleanout be like under 100 ounces. That would really... yeah. That's a nervous laugh right there. That is a nervous laugh. So right now, I would say I got to work towards 800 ounces of gold in order for us to really get a good amount of cash stockpiled up and be able to afford the other de-rockers. And there's my other cable laying on top of... I don't know how they ended up down here, but they are. Well, almost up to 20 ounces of gold. But then again, these buckets usually don't produce that much gold. Now, the magnetite, though, is kind of telling me that it may not be that good of a clean out. Let's go ahead and do the upper sluice run. And yeah, there we go, got up there, perfect. Can I not walk through here? Interesting. Kind of through there. Alright. Just a couple more buckets, and one bucket really doesn't have much into it. I mean, it's going to be over 100 ounces, it looks like. Then again, I might be wrong. So we're at 71 ounces. So this last bucket better have 30 ounces of gold into it. Yeah. That's quite of an ask, I think. 540 ounces of magnetite. I think that might be the highest number I've seen. So maybe. We are done with that. One of my buckets is falling down here. And my extra one goes there. So I got one for the gold nuggetator. 1, 2, 3, 4 buckets there. Well, our clean out is 109 ounces. So, I mean, it's... I mean, I guess it would be worse if I didn't have the tier 5 stuff. Sure. I don't know. Let's see, I got those hog pans up and going. The grates are back down. The mats are back down. Those sluices are ready to go. So I'm ready to go again on another clean out. But I'll be doing some off camera as you would expect. I did get 28% on magnetite, which is decent. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Here, we don't need that running. And over that little time, we got up to, well, we're over 200,000 gallons of water in the water tank, water tower. So, yeah, even by running the plant, I'm not burning through that much water. So that should be more than enough for me to run the plant for a while. As long as the water pump keeps running, we are good. I already got some dirt into that. So let's go to the gold map. I can kind of show you what's going on this parcel here. So all this gold right here, yes, most of this gold right here is at the bottom. So that's why we need the wheel loader. Technically, we're right in this area right here. So we got a good pay streak in here. That's really some good stuff, as we can kind of see. So I should get some good gold out of there. I'm guessing I got to do about another 7 cleanouts. So I may have all this taken care of by the time we come back. And who knows what my gold count will be. I'm not going to spend cash on anything until I bring you guys back. The only thing I might do, well, it should be the same day because I'm only running at 1 times the speed. But what unless a deal comes up on a dump truck where it becomes on sale or something, I may purchase that because I do have a good amount of cash. And we almost got enough cash to buy one of the D-rockers, but I didn't want to replace them both at the same time. I probably should remind myself to come on down here and grab these. Do these actually have a wear status on them? No, they don't. So they don't really, even though they break, they don't get short or anything, and they don't have a wear status, which is kind of weird. But it is what it is. And I'm going to go put these back now that I found them. In our lovely little storage area. So, yeah, I'm not too sure what to say about the cleanout at this current stage. I mean, a little disappointed. I was hoping for like 130, but I guess I'm not going to be too shy of, we'll just say 110 ounces, only because I've had a couple cleanouts over here before the tier 5 stuff where I had a couple of 90 ounce cleanouts, which is okay if we're going by the old Arnold claim, but we're over here in Rivertown now. It's supposed to be a little bit better, and that's what it is. It seems like to be just a little bit better. But we're almost done with the tier 5 stuff. Like I said, we just got to buy a couple more D-rockers, and then we'll have the whole tier 5 stuff. Then it's just buying equipment, and then all the money I can save. I probably will start saving my gold and sell it in the winter, because the winter is supposed to be the prime time to sell gold. So I'm going to hang on to gold if I can until winter. Do I need fuel at some point? I don't think so. I'm not really using the fuel over here currently, but I'll make my mind by the end of the day. The generator's not really burning through the fuel. It's been a couple days. I've only got through 10%, and the generator is running like non-stop to run the pump. But anyways, I gotta go fix this thing. I wonder if it's the same sprocket. It should be the... Yes, it is. It's the same one. It's the outer cog that I haven't changed. I was at 14% that I talked about before. That one is worn out. So, ooh, how do you get to that one? I don't know. But I may go ahead and take that one apart as well and change them all out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that before I start doing some gold clean out. But at some point we'll have to get the wheel loader in here, but that'll be after we buy Frankenstein, and yeah, well hopefully that will reach to where it needs to be. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again right here in Gold Rush the Game. But until then, have a good one.